Hey, good people. Tiffany Javon here back with another video. And today we want to talk about the power of connecting. And so I have just recently, I'm always saying this, of course, open a business and stuff like that. But when I mean connecting, I'm not just talking about business wise, I'm talking about personally, I'm talking about, socially, I'm talking about any type of connecting with other people is mainly what I'm talking about. But I want to go over basically some benefits of connecting. It's crazy because, like, a lot of people, people are connected to people to who they're connected to through various, different reasons in life, right? Whether they're growing up and they're connected to people through school, or they are part of a church, or they work at a certain place, so they're connected to a group of people there, or they volunteer, with a certain organization, so they're connected to people there, or whatever the case may be. But people that are not, maybe outside of work, or maybe even a church affiliation or whatever, if people don't get out, if you don't get out, and not to say that you have to join an organization or whatever the case may be, but at least if you don't get out and try to connect to other people, like, you would only be limited, on your network of people, basically. And the reason why it's good for you, because what I went to yesterday, it was like actually a social connection. It was like ladies that were local to my area of where I live or whatever, and we got together and we went out to a steakhouse or whatever. And so we went out to a burger joint, steakhouse, whatever the case may be. It was like a American food, so you can pretty much get anything that you wanted. And it was probably maybe 15 of us ladies or whatever. And it was just a vibe. It was just, and yesterday it was St. Patty's Day, so that's why we got together. Everybody, wore the themed green or whatever the case may be. And we just got together just to eat, just to talk to each other, just, talk about whatever, you know what I mean? Current events in our personal lives, just to bring up whatever, right? We basically got out to connect. It's so crazy how you can live in a city for years on end and basically don't know nobody in that city outside your neighbors, and then some people don't even know them. But connecting, human interaction, and finding new connections and different things like that is really good for you. I hear people, like a couple of my friends or whatever, have said to me, or even a couple of family members have said, like, have you ever heard this saying, right? I don't know a lot of people, or who am I gonna, connect with, or, I want to do certain things, but I don't have friends, or I don't have. Well, in order to find these connections, to find these friends, to find, these genuine relationships and stuff like that, you gotta step out, and you gotta step out in a big way. You gotta step out, and you have to be intentional with what you're trying to do. And you have to go where the people are. Okay. Now, I'm not saying, if I'm not saying you have to go to the places like the clubs and this and that, but whatever it is that you like to do, there are some people that like to do the same thing you like to do. And they right across the street from you, or they right down the street from you, or they're in the same, neck of the woods in your neighborhood. And if you don't really like your neighborhood like that, go to the neighborhood over, or the city over, or whatever the case may be, the town over, whatever, I'm really finding a lot of groups on social media. Social media it's really been gold. Ever since the internet has come out, there's so much that we're able to do with the internet. And now it gives people access to a whole bunch of people that they wouldn't normally have access to. And there's so many groups. Facebook groups. There's meetup groups for whatever it is. If you want to meet up, because people like cooking. There's people that's in your area, or people meetup groups for, like, I'm from Dallas Fort Worth area, so DFW meetup for cooking, or for cooking classes, or whatever the case may be, or cooking a certain type of meal or type of food, or whatever the case may be. Like, there's people out there for everything. If you like to sew, if you like to play any type of sports, there's groups and leagues and a lot of these leagues are not necessarily a part of an organization. It just took somebody to say, hey man, I like playing softball. I want to, if we get some people together that like to play softball, we can have a softball game. And guess what they did? They probably put a post on social media, on their Facebook or Instagram page, or wherever they at. And they say, hey y'all, I want to put on a who loves to play softball. I want to put on a game and want to have a game in the next 3 weeks if we come up with enough team players or whatever the case may be. All it takes is the idea. All it takes is somebody to spark it. All it takes is that one person to start it off and to find other people. Find other people and just go from there. So that's one idea, right? And then you can also, join organizations. Like if you like volunteering, there's organizations out there that need people's hands. And if you go volunteer, if you want to volunteer your time, whether you say, okay, I want to give back, I want to do something for, the less fortunate, I want to do something for somebody else or whatever, you can find organizations that would welcome volunteers. And guess what you'll meet when you get there? Other volunteers. You see what I'm saying? People that you probably wouldn't run across them in life. But y'all got that common interest there. You can go volunteer. Then you got where there are organizations, there are, things that are together or set up or whatever for people to be recreational, like recreation centers, right? That any town, any city that you in pretty much has a recreational center. It has some type of town location where the people of that town and of that city or whatever could come to that location and they could exercise, they could ride bikes, they could walk, they could run, they could play football. They can play football because they sometimes have like flag football or they have a little area outside for you to do that. They got tennis because my sister, she loves tennis. So she's met a whole bunch of people just going to play tennis, like a tennis. So if you athletic or whatever case may be, and there's a certain sport that you like, I guarantee you, put a post out there. Put a post on Facebook. You'll find people that want to play that same sport or people that's in your area. Even they got groups for people that like to gamble. People that like to play poker. People that just all kinds of stuff. People that like to watch certain shows or watch, all the new shows that come out. People that like to, do arts and crafts and build certain things with their hand. People that like construction, they want to take, they want to go thrifting or you want to go garage sale shopping. You want to go garage sale shopping to find these old antique, or not even just, they got to be old antique, but just find these old furniture pieces and repurpose them, recreate them, do your little, put your own little twist and tweak on them and then, present them and either use them or sell them. Like, there's people that does that. Like, there's people out here that we should be connecting with one another because it's good for us. And so I have here with me about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 7 reasons why it's good for you to be connected to other people. And I'll go over those in just a second. I just want to kind of make sure I had the number right. But like, literally, I got together with these group of ladies that are in my city, in my area, pretty much. Everybody's like local, right? Everybody pretty much was within a 5 to 10 minute drive from each other. We all go to this place. We go eat. We go have a great time. We go, talk about the day. Talk about what we got coming up. Talk about, that we really don't probably get a chance to get out much, or at least recreationally or maybe socially, we don't get a chance to get out much because we're so bogged down with the responsibilities of life, And and it was a group of ladies, so basically it was for anybody, but primarily it was for women or whatever for this particular happy hour. And because we're women, you have commonalities with other women, right? 9 times out of 10, you're a daughter to somebody. Everybody a daughter to somebody. Okay? Now, people might not always have siblings, but you're a daughter. Some people are sisters. You're a cousin to somebody. You're a friend to somebody. You probably be a mother to somebody if you have children. Your spouse or somebody's partner or whatever if you have, that significant other. So all these different hats that we wear as women, like sometimes we just want to relax, relate, release. And who better to talk to than women that you share common interests with? Just like men can go talk to men. And then of course there's social things that you could do where you don't have to be a woman or a man. It doesn't have to be a specific gender. You could be co-ed. It's co-ed. It doesn't play, like if you want to go play tennis, okay, that's co-ed. You don't just have to be a woman to play tennis or just be a man to play tennis. Anybody can play. Anybody that love the game, anybody that love the sport. There are people that gather, they throw spades tournaments and domino tournaments and, Bid Whiz and Monopoly. People like to play Jenga. I mean, whatever it is that you like to do, or even if you don't like to do nothing, like if you're a homebody, or if you or whatever case may be, there are people that are out there that's like you. Like, hey, when you at home, and then you just put a post out there, but just nothing wrong with engaging and connecting to somebody else. But you put a post out there and say, hey, I'm really a homebody, but who all is a homebody like me? who I would rather stay in the house than be going out and about. And when you are a homebody, what do, to pass the time? Or what are some of your, hobbies? Or what are, some things that you like to do, self-care things that you like to do for yourself while you're at home or whatever the case may be. Like, there's always ways in which you can connect to people. And so the 7 benefits or whatever, my allergies, I'm just scratching everything. Anyway, excuse that. Anyway, one of the first reasons that are benefits or whatever to connecting with other people, getting out there, being social, getting out there, being able to relax, relate, and release, being able to get that energy out or get your energy up, or whatever case may be, getting these endorphins going, this fun, these vibes, this positive energy, is that you get to enhance your well-being by moving, by taking action, by literally moving, walking, running, you know what I mean, going to go talk to somebody or whatever the case may be. This says healthy connections are vital. I got to hear my phone, my nose. Healthy connections are vital for our overall well-being, both mentally and physically. So if you're feeling any type of misalignment, if you're not feeling aligned because you're feeling physically tired or you may be feeling emotionally tired, go connect with some people. Go connect with some positive people. Now, don't just connect with anybody, okay? We got to use wisdom when we're connecting, okay? We can't just be connecting with any and everything, okay? You got to use a little discernment and you got to use a little, intuition or whatever. But you want to connect to people that are positive. Connect to people that are positive. They just want to get out. They just want to have a good time. They just want to, whatever it is that your good time is, that's the type of good time that they want to have. And it's okay. It's okay to get out here. We're taught when we're younger or whatever that it's okay to get friends and to find friends and to establish friendships. I'm telling you, it's okay too as a whole adult in these streets. Like, it's okay for you to establish friendships or whatever as an adult. You know what I mean? It is. And so number 2 is personal growth. Through interactions and relationships, we learn to communicate, we learn to express emotions, we learn to grow into better people. And that's what we're here on this earth to do. We're here on this earth to grow into people. If you got breath in your lungs, so look, I done said in another video, if you got breath in your lungs, you got purpose on your life, period. And your purpose is to fulfill whatever it is God wants you to fulfill, but He also wants you to grow into become a better person, a better version of you. Don't just stay this old 1.0 version. Like, not when there's other versions that's available. Like, you need to be trying to grow you. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you need to be doing, okay? And so you building, and then you're expressing emotions. You're expressing how you feel and how others may feel the same way you feel. You just never know until you release it. And it's healthy. It's healthy to talk to other people, to build strong, genuine connections. It's nothing wrong with that. And every connection don't have to be an intimate connection or in that form or whatever. But it can be a connection that you need for friendship, from camaraderie in some way or whatever the case may be. Connection is good. Number 3 is improved relationships. So strong connections with others will lead to better relationships, fostering trust, empathy, and understanding. So it's okay, to be that person that might not necessarily experience what somebody else is experiencing, but that still don't mean you can't empathize with them. It still don't mean that you can't be a listening ear. It still don't mean that you can't understand where they're coming from, and vice versa. If they haven't experienced, quite what you've experienced in life, but everybody's experiences is just that. Everybody's experiences is valid. They valid because that's what they experience. And it's okay to talk about it, or whatever, in a healthy way. It's okay to connect with people by having similar stories or similar experiences or similar, journeys in their life or whatever. And a lot of times, that's what brings people together. Those commonalities, those similarities, that's what brings people together. Number 4 is increased support. Man, this word just way to go, because it says connections provide a sense of belonging, support, and a network to lean on during challenging times. Listen, life is like this. It's like a roller coaster. It's up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And when you feel like, when you got something going on, you got people in your life that's connected to genuine connections. They know when something's off, or they'll feel it. Because why? You won't be, as engageful like you normally are. You may not be as talkative, or they might not even heard from you. And that's nothing about having good connections. Is when people ain't heard from you, and they don't really. necessarily mean got something has to be going on, but also like if somebody ain't heard from you, they just gonna reach out because I'm like, oh man, it's been a couple of months now. I ain't heard from a girl, or whatever. I ain't seen a post on social media. Like, what's going on? Something must be going on, or she must be so focused on what it is that she's trying to accomplish in her life that she just, running without stopping, right? And I just want to check on her, mental health check. I just want to check on you or whatever. And that's that support that you get by building these genuine relations, these genuine connections with people. You get that support. People that don't they just because you'll randomly come across their mind like, I wonder what she doing. I wonder, how she doing. I wonder how her family's doing. I wonder how her kids are doing. Or whatever. And people will check on you. That support is worth its weight in gold. Like, just to be on somebody else's mind. You know what I mean? Just to be thought of. Like, I don't know about y'all, but that hits the heartstrings for sure. Number 5 is opportunities and success. This also is a big one. Connections can open doors. Remember, I'm always talking about resources and being resourceful. Connections can open doors to new opportunities, both professionally and personally. It can. By you being connected with people, it can open the door to another job, another opportunity to connect via business to business, or another opportunity to connect if you needed a love life connection. There's people I got introduced. Like, there are people that got introduced and now they married and now they living their love life, living their life like it's golden. So I mean, connections is. And some of those connections you wouldn't have, or some of those people you wouldn't even find out about or be even referred to if you didn't have that connection in the first place, that original connection with that individual. If that person wasn't already your friend or whatever the case may be, or your connection, And so opportunities is, like I'm saying, it ain't always what you know, it's who you know. In order to know somebody, you got to get out here and get to know people. You got to get out here and make yourself, known. And it's okay, like, it don't have to be, I have to, know 100 people in the area. No, you can just be intentional with your few. Whatever you comfortable with, whatever you can handle, you can start with that. And then those people will know other people. And like I've always talked about the network. If I got 1,000 friends on Facebook and I'm connected to, 1,000 people, they got 1,000 friends. Ooh, 1,000 times 1,000, that's a lot of people. And sometimes, with the connections and stuff like that, you're gonna run across a small world where people know some of the same people that you know. But also, you're gonna run across the people that know other people that you don't know, that you've never met, and they'll be that conduit, that liaison that'll connect y'all. And all of a sudden, you looking for a job. This person knows a employer that's hiring, and they're hiring for the position that you have experience in. But you don't know. You going out to a girls' night out, or just a happy hour. You going out just for genuine connection, and it comes up where everybody work. What's the you can say and they gonna come across your toes. They gonna say what you do for. Well, my background is in this, but I currently not working at the moment. I'm currently looking for an opportunity. Oh, it's funny that you say that because sis, it's hiring. What is it that you do again, or whatever? I think she's hiring for looking for and then call that person over and do that interaction, that connection, that introduction. There you go. Now, look, you went to go somewhere to be social on the weekend, and now you got an interview on Monday because things happen like that. Opportunities, success. Opportunities, all of it happens like that when you just being intentional about just wanting genuine connections with people. Okay, just never know where it's gonna take you, both personally and with business. You just never know where it's gonna take you. That was 5. Number 6 is it says loneliness and isolation. So you get away from these things by building this genuine connection, the power of connection. Making healthy connections goes beyond simply avoiding loneliness. So it goes beyond just avoiding it. It goes with being intentional because you want to be connected. People want to connect. This is how we were made. We were made as individuals because we're all the same. We're made all our makeup is the same. It's the same. Women are made up like women. Men are made up like men. We all got skin. We all got lungs. We all got eyes. You know what I mean? We all got whatever we was born with. But we on this earth and we're experiencing a lot of these same things that's going on in life. You know, it's more to it than, oh, I don't want to be lonely, so I want a friend. Like, no, that's not it. You know, you want somebody because you want to enjoy what I said, the increased support, the opportunities that just come out of thin air. Not something that you ain't even looking for, but something that just falls in your lap because you out here making connections. You out here just want, and it just feels good to have a community of people that you can reach out to. People can also check on you, but you can also check on people. You do the same thing. It's a reciprocal type of relationship. You know, it ain't just all take. It's, you know, give and take. You know, it's a yin and yang. You know, and then another thing is about, well, this is number 7. It says self-understanding. Understanding and being connected to ourselves help us better understand our own values, our ideas, and our feelings. So you don't know really what you value unless you get out here and see, you know, experience somebody else's values. Not to say that you have to, but you really know, you will hone in on exactly what you need and stuff like that. You know what? I said I didn't want to do that. Not really, now that I've seen it in the flesh, I was on the fence about it, but I really don't want to do it now. You know, or whatever it is. You know, whether it's drinking, somebody can be overboard and don't know how to handle their liquor, and so you just like, you know, I thought I liked drinking. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have to drink to have a vibe. That's nothing's wrong with drinking if that's something that you like to do, but you've probably been in some situations where maybe people don't know how to hold their liquor. They just seem like they're doing too much when they, you know, drinking. So it's like, I'd rather be in some environments where it's not, you know, people are really don't, it could be a casual thing, but that's not something that people are really seeking after, you know, or whatever. And you get to hone in on, okay, these are my morals, my standards, my ideals, you know, things that, you know, that I can mesh with or whatever. And all things that I can for certainly know that I don't want in my life. It helps out. Okay, so get out here. Let's start connecting with some people. Y'all let me know, how are you guys connecting? Is it working for you? Do you feel more supported when you have a great community, when you have a great connection with some friends, with some family, with some new genuine relationships? Let me know how it's working for you. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until my next video, guys, stay blessed. Bye.